are the bills that I was able to work on.
We also meet up with Republican Young Kim of Anaheim Hills.
Very, very proud to be able to showcase.
She showed us her many pieces of bipartisan legislation she worked on, signed by President Biden. Kim is rated as one of the most bipartisan members in the entire Congress, helping her win re-election as a Republican.
As you know, after November election, Alex, I'm the only Republican in the greater Los Angeles and Orange County area.
How's that feel?
It's a challenge, a lot of weight on my shoulder, but I need to represent my community and the concerns and the pressing issues and the crisis that we're facing.
What do you think is the lesson that other Republicans can learn from you? The fact that you are the last surviving L.A. representative who is a Republican.
You know, when we talk about bipartisanship, it's not a bad word. Depending on who you talk to, I'm criticized for being bipartisan. I'm hailed as a hero by being bipartisan. But I think, you know what, at the end of the day, look, we have the majority in the House, we have the majority in the Senate, and then we have the White House under the Republican administration. But we have the very, very slim majority in the House. And I've known this when I came here 4 years ago. The only way to get big things done is to reach across the aisle and work in a bipartisan way. That was my promise I made when I was first elected, and I kept my promise, and I have delivered results because I worked across the aisle in a bipartisan way.
What are your big priorities now for this next term, now that you have Republican control here, Republican Senate, Republican President? What are you looking to get done?
I want to make sure that the policies that we work on is in line with keeping the American dream and protecting the American dream. That includes maybe doing some comprehensive immigration reform, making sure that DACA is fixed one way or another. As someone who came to America to realize the American dream and seek the opportunities this country provided for someone like me, I want to make sure that that is intact. We welcome those who want to come here and realize the same opportunities like I did, but let's do it legally. And fixing the immigration that is broken for generations, for decades, it needs to be done, however, in a fair, compassionate, and in a common sense way. So I'm willing to work with the Trump administration who expressed the desire to come up with some kind of a DACA fix. I'm willing to work with my colleagues on both sides of the aisle. And I am really honored to be in a position to add my voice in unique perspective as an immigrant who came here legally. No one should cut through the line. No one should expect that they can come here illegally, cross the border, hide out because of our failed immigration policies that is not being implemented. So I want to get some fix and allow the opportunities for the future generations to realize the same American dream that I'm privileged and honored to live.
You're pushing for no conditions when it comes to fire aid. Seems like other Republicans are joining you on that. Where are we at in terms of that, and why is that so important for you?
You know, when natural disaster hits your communities, it is not partisan. It's not a blue or red issue. We are talking about life and death. We're talking about communities that are hurting. So there shouldn't be any condition other than making sure that we bring the resources and the aid as soon as possible to our communities.